Soarer going. We think it wasn't running because it was just really, really hot. And yeah, no fucking door handle.
I was gonna roll the window down, but as you can see.
Yeah, you can't. Dude, we should just take our old door back, bro.
Yeah, take the switch and fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jamal's gonna bring it around and we're gonna get it on the hoist. This is one of the only jobs I recommend doing on a hoist just because it's so fucking AIDS to do it on the ground like I do with the AC. Dude! He's locked in. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, that thing whipped.
There's not enough brake for me to keep doing it. This is like, yeah, this is put to the floor. As soon as I raise it a tiny bit,
yeah, it goes off.
It just goes.
We just need to bleed it. It's alright.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. Alright, I'll see you at the workshop.
Just leave it in now.
Just realised the Soarer had no coolant in it, so we're going to put some water in there and hopefully the engine cools down. Alright, so apparently there's a leak, not really a leak, it's more of a crack. The whole top of the radiator is cracked, so we're going to have to get another radiator. Just get one off eBay, yeah? One of those,
My mate will have one.
Oh, fucking oath. Done, easy done. As you can probably see, cunt's fucking smoking. Barely see it. Bring it over. Yeah, so as you can see here, we just tried to top it up with some water. But yeah, there's this massive crack all through the top here. Alright, we got the car on the hoist now. As you can see, nice and secure. We did notice that they've changed some of the lower control arm bushings to be poly bushings. So that's pretty nice. The exhaust has also been done, but it looks a little bit fucking clapped, so probably do with like just a little like paint, like clean all this up and shit. Yeah, it's a little bit scraped up under the body because of how low it sat. All this here was scraping. And they've like welded the cats onto this like aftermarket exhaust. This is wet, which is awesome. Pretty sure that's because the radiator is fucked. And then that's our auto trans, which is what we're getting rid of. Alright, we're just going to start with taking off the exhaust, just to let the engine cool down, because we do have a new oil filter and spark plugs and shit to swap in. So while we're waiting for that to cool down, we're going to take off this old crusty exhaust. So current situation is we're gonna have to cut the rudders because they have, can't even fucking see it.
Are you ready to hold?
Nah. They've welded that on. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it there for today. Next clip you probably see us taking the transmission out and stuff and doing all the basic maintenance shit, so yeah. Alright, it's a new week. Today I'm gonna try and get the auto box out of the Soarer. So I'll show you guys what I've been doing to it. So this here is the auto trans, and then over there is the torque converter. I did have to loosen off these lines here to lower the transmission. It's got two of these bolts holding in the bracket. And then over here, there's just one more bolt up in there. It's so hard to get to, but the only other two bolts that are holding this on are these two bolts here. So I'm gonna hopefully try and get that off today. Alright, ended up getting that bolt out, so now I just got to get these two bolts here out, and then I got to take out the cross member. I'm going to lower it onto this here, so I'm just going to get the jack and just hold it there with the jack. Yeah. Alright, almost got the transmission out. There's just a pesky little shifter linkage that's stopping it from coming out. It's not the actual like shifter linkage, but it's like a kind of looks like a bonnet release cable, which just goes into the side of the transmission. So I think that goes into the center console there. So I'm gonna have a look in there and see what I can do. Alright, it's the moment of truth. Alright, so that's the auto box out, finally. Just had to disconnect a couple extra things like the connectors and the wire that controls the speed of the gearbox. But yeah, now that it's out, I can start prepping the back of the engine to get the new manual box in. Alright, I'm about to put in the spigot bearing. So I just got some nice premium high temperature bearing grease that I'm going to just put on the outside and the inside, just so the bearing is nice and lubed up. Alright, so it's a new day. Today I'm going to try and do the rear crank seal on the engine. So that's the crank seal back there. I'm just going to have to take it out with a pick tool and then put the view in it. Alright, done the oil filter, done the rear main seal. So now we're changing all the spark plugs. These are the brand new ones that we got. They are tri-power, so hopefully they'll be alright. We would have gone for NKGs, but they're actually out of stock, so we didn't want to wait to get them. So tri-power it is. The old spark plugs don't actually look too bad as well. So I'll grab one out. So here it is. It's not terrible, but you know, definitely could be a lot better, you know, a lot less black. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going with the other ones. Alright, so all the spark plugs looked basically the same, apart from this one here. This was cylinder number 8. So there's a lot of rust all around the top here. And there's a tiny bit of surface rust just on the tip of that spark plug there. So I have a little theory as to why this is. That fuel line down the bottom there, that was split when I was first testing the fuel system in the Soarer, and I fixed all that stuff and all that shit. I reckon what's happened is that fuel line there has caught the rest of the car on fire, and they've fucking just slammed the shit out of it with fire extinguisher shit. And I reckon that seeped in through the back of the valve cover and onto the top of the cylinder number 8. Because when we ran the car, it was running perfectly fine, so I don't think there's any water in the block or anything, and there was no water coming out the back or nothing, so yeah. Alright, so I'm about to take the diff out. I've just taken the axles out, so they were just Allen key bolts, just gone all around, some brackets holding them in. And then I got these 2 bolts here, and on the back here I've got 1 Allen bolt here and 2 more over here. So I'm going to get these off of the breaker bar first, and then I'm going to lower it and then undo these with the impacts. Alright, it's a new day. Today I'm going to be trying to get the shifter housing done, trying to get the diff in and like a little bit of extra stuff. I did also end up installing the brand new aluminium radiator, so that just needs some coolant in it, the bled, and then it should be all good. I also got the diff out. That's the new welder diff that's going in it. And then over here is the shifter housing setup. So that's the stock shifter there. That's the remote solution the guy we bought it off came up with. So this just sits in here, and this shifts that, and then that sits in the hole where the old shifter was. So now I'm going to put some thread lock on these bolts here so they don't come undone. I'm also going to put in locking washers. So yeah, these right here. Right, so everything is bolted down pretty tight. I've already tested the shifter, it does work, which is very, very nice. It also feels very, very tight, so it's going to feel real nice in the car. Alright, now I'm going to put the diff in. I'm going to get some new bearing grease for it, and yeah, it's going to be sick as. Just had to get that one bolt in. After I got that one bolt in, I got the two on the back. There's still one more on the back, and then there's another one to get on the passenger side there. I got the axles in. I did end up finding the Allen key bit to actually get them on, so I'm just going to put them in. I'm going to take one out, thread lock it, put it in, and then do it in the star pattern and torque it down. Alright, welcome back. It's a new day working on the Soarer. I was trying to kick flip the jack. Today we're actually putting the box in. So that's the box there. We got the clutch alignment tool from our Miata, and surprisingly it fits. So we're going to bolt that in. We're going to get the fucking gearbox in, and then we're going to try and get it all bled and shit, and then take it for fucking drive. Alright, we got a little bit of a situation. It's a pretty bad one as well. We stripped one of the, or not stripped, we snapped the head off one of the flywheel bolts.
It's at the bottom, roughly.
Yeah, it's there, yeah. So we're going to try and extract it now. We're going to try and use one of the torque converter bolts instead. But yeah, as you can see, shit's pretty fucked, but I reckon we'll be alright. Yeah, that's been enough. I've almost got the box in. We've got it held up like a jack right now. And we're just putting in the bolts for the bell housing to the back of the block. And yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, as you can see, that's the shifter there. We need to raise it and push it in more so we can fit the shifter in. So, but we're almost there. Very close. Alright, current situation is we have to cut the transmission tunnel. We only have to cut a little bit off the front and the back. Then we're just going to file it down, spray some black spray paint on it. Yeah, we need to cut it so the shifter can fit in the tunnel. So, yeah.
That was actually easier than I thought just there.
Yeah, nice.
Cut that pretty nicely.
Good job, mate. Give it a file and it should be alright. Now, I should mention as well, these are Peter's files. So thanks, Peter, for letting us borrow your files.
Sponsored by Peter's Files.
Exactly.
Everyone contact Peter File.
Are you filing? Is the file the right way?
I don't know. I'm just kind of am. I would chalk it up to user error. But it does feel easier this way.
Careful your fingers, eh? Yeah, cut it on sharp ass metal.
It's gonna be autistic filing this way. Fuck it, dude. Nah, fuck that side, I don't really care. It's catching on that. That's fine though. Alright,
Cool.
black spray paint.
Done.
I'll
Get it?
pack this in here. Nah.
Yeah, it's too weak, eh?
Oh, I think that's it though. Just snap this bit if I can.
The current situation is we've had to cut even more of the transmission tunnel out. So, yeah, we're just gonna have the whole thing fucking free, I guess. Alright, probably gonna leave it there for today. The box is kind of in. We've got like, what, 6 out of the 8 bolts in. It's like the 2 top bolts and like a couple of them left.
Yeah.
We've got the transmission bracket in. So, hopefully next week-ish, we'll be all done. We can put the tail shaft in, get the clutch master cylinder in, and yeah, this guy's going home. It's home time.
Alright, I'll see you soon.
Cool.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking rip that Impreza.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's ya. Yes, you did hear that right. Jamal did say Impreza. Adrian ended up buying a WRX, so it's a 2003 Blob Eye. It's had a motor swap, brand new transmission, it's been tuned and all that shit, so let me tell you, it is fucking fast. Alright, I got something else cool to show you guys. I know it's not anything to do with the A86 shell, not yet anyways, but I did end up getting another car as well. So this is also a 2003 Subaru Impreza, non-WRX. It is a turbo single overhead cam motor. So that's what it looks like under the bonnet there. It looks almost the same as a WRX. So it's a coil brick and spark leads instead of coil packs. But for all intents and purposes, it is technically a WRX. So we're going to be fully painting this one. And I'll show you guys the colour we've got prepared for it. It also has a charge speed body kit on it. So I got the full rear bar, the bonnet, the side skirts, front bar, basically everything. It's just needs to be repaired a little bit. You know, there's a couple dings and dents in the boot and stuff. Needs a new tail light. You know, just a couple of things. We've got a new exhaust for it because, not gonna lie, I don't really like the look of that exhaust. And yeah, I'll show you guys the colour we're gonna paint it. So this is the colour here that we're gonna paint it. It's called Robin Hood Black Metallic. So it is a black with a green metallic through it. And it's a Lada colour. So yeah, Lada's like a Polish, Russian kind of car brand. They're pretty cool, and I guess they make pretty cool colours as well, because that's one of the coolest greens I've ever seen. Literally looks full black in the dark. And then you get that nice little green sparkle, and then direct sunlight, you get that nice green shine. So I think that's going to look really, really good on the car. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there. It's going to be the end of the video. So yeah, pretty excited to get the Turbo Impreza done and the Soarer finally finished and ready for the track. We've only got a couple things left to do on it, like getting the transmission in properly, bolting the tail shaft in, you know, hooking up the master cylinder, hooking up the clutch line, you know, just easy stuff. Now that the transmission is actually in and the cross member's holding it in, we can just full send the bolts, you know, talk on the spec, whatever, and yeah. And then the only thing that Subaru really needs is a good paint job and a couple extra parts, and they'll be good to go as well. If you like this stuff, you know, keep on watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.